Hey everyone, I'm Aureolin. We're back to another episode of Aureolin's Heartrate Gaming. We're back to Fallout 4. We just finished saving Nick Valentine from Skinny Malone.
Hey, Valentine.
Are you ready to talk? How do you know to find me down in that old vault?
Haha.
Your secretary, Ellie. She sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise. Now, you mentioned something about a missing person. No trace of where they've gone. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
Alright, we saved Nick. Yay! Okay, you're walking straight towards some raiders, Nick. Well, anyway, alright, so now we're starting getting a clue. Oh.
Hey, you were in the paper, right? You're 200 years old? Looking pretty good for your age, huh?
Yeah, I know, thanks.
Selling papers is busy work, lady.
Hey, Ned.
Hey, lady, that interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free copy.
Thanks. View from the Vault, Part 1, 2, and 3. Boy, I guess we missed a lot. Let's see. View from the Vault, Part 1. Whenever I take a walk through Diamond City, there are so many things people tell me to be grateful for. Purified water, working lights, electricity, security. True, but would have been unthinkable even a few decades ago, but it's easy to forget that even after all the progress we have made. We are still living in the shadow of the world that was, a world before the threat of radiation, before the super mutant and the feral ghoul and the scent. So, as fortune often has it, I cross paths with Aureolin, Vault Dweller, a person who is experiencing the Commonwealth for the first time. Well, what would her fresh set of eyes say about how far we've come? Is Diamond City the great green jewel we have always claimed it to be? Before we begin to answer that question, we have to know who Aureolin is, where she comes from. To my surprise, she did not have much to say about her life at the vault at all, because she spent all that time staring at a piece of frozen glass every day for over 2 centuries. That's right. Aureolin isn't just a vault dweller, she's an original vault dweller. She spent her entire time on the inside, cryogenically suspended. Continued in Part 2. So what does she have to say about Diamond City? For the first time, I've been having too much fun blowing things up to think about it. It's important to note that Aureolin is not actually blowing things up at the time, and that perhaps she was referencing the violence that is all too common when you're traveling outside the wall to the more dangerous parts of the Commonwealth. How curious, though, that her first reaction to the horrors and tragedies out there would be humor. You see, Aureolin has a son, Sean, and even though they were in the relative safety of a vault, someone broke in and took Sean from his parent, and that parent is now risking everything, wandering through this strange and unfriendly world of ours in order to save Sean from his kidnappers. We all know the rumors and whispers that surround every missing person in Diamond City. The guilty looks we pass to mourning family members as we thank the wall that this time it wasn't us. You could end up dead in the Commonwealth for a million reasons. Why spend our time worrying about kidnappings? Why indeed? It's easy for us to be cynical about the missing. We've spent so long knowing the Institute is out there, but knowing so little about them. They are not the only ones responsible for kidnappings, but the fact that they sometimes are, and the fact that we have been so powerless to stop them when they do causes us to treat all victims of kidnapping as if they are a lost cause. But the people left behind, those loved ones, friends, and neighbors who may never see the faces of those taken from them again, they do not have the luxury of being okay, I asked Aureolin to make a statement to give us an outsider's perspective on what it means to lose a loved one and how she feels. Maybe in some way it's how we all should feel. Maybe we've forgotten what the right human response to these tragedies are. No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again, or at least that you'll know the truth. Ah, Piper wrote a paper. Good job, Piper. Okay, back to see Nick. Woo, Nick. Hey, Nick. Came to see ya. 'Cause you're awesome.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick? Oh God, it's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here. I know an amount wasn't on the table when you went out to find him, but you deserve a reward. Plus a little something extra. You know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
Okay.
We're looking for my baby, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? Why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. What else can you tell me?
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. Anything else you remember?
My husband was murdered. He was just trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers. But they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. Now, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Super mutants. What are they?
Big, green, muscles on muscles. In other words, hard to miss. I think we can safely rule them out.
Who are the Gunners?
High-end mercenaries. No job too brutal. They're in the running as likely suspects. They wouldn't be the ones pulling the strings.
You think raiders might have done this?
I honestly doubt it. They can barely organize themselves, let alone pull off something this complicated.
So, you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
You don't know anything about them. Really?
Some kind of security setting strips or blocks out those memories. And it's not just me. Any synth that gets trashed, left behind, or escapes the Institute has the same problem. Probably some kind of failsafe.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know, never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head, scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Who is he? Do you think he has Sean?
Way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
Maybe it's another kidnapped kid.
Yeah, either that or he's got a son of his own. Not a comforting thought in any case. Both of them vanished a while ago. Haven't been heard or seen since. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
You've really gone through a lot,
Super
haven't you?
cool.
Hope you and Nick find that monster.
Yep, I've been through a lot. Lost my entire world, family, home, and all in what felt like a day to me. Earl Sterling case file. Disappearance. Vadim Bobrov. Another disappearing act to unravel. Earl Sterling, 25-year-old bartender at the Dugout Inn. One of the older owners, Vadim Bobrov, noticed that Earl hadn't been into work for a few days. Security was calling and no investigation, of course. The Institute took him is the unofficial word. Like always, Vadim came into my house half drunk with a sob story about how he and Earl went way back and that he just can't believe that Earl would get snatched up by the boogeyman. My gut says he's right. Earl didn't have any enemies, at least none with motive enough to kill the guy. Not living with anyone either, so I'll have to see if Vadim or someone else in the Dugout has his keys. Okay.
The Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
Disappearing act. Marty Bullfinch case.
The Marty Bullfinch case. Marty was Nick's partner. Emphasis on the was. He must have been some kind of desperate to come to us for help after all this time.
Marty Bullfinch's holotape.
Nikki, you old bucket of bolts, it's Marty. I know it's been a while, but I came across a little mystery I thought might get your circuits firing. You remember that ugly grasshopper statue on top of Faneuil Hall? Turns out it's got a note in it. A note written by the son of one Shem Drow. I don't expect that name means anything to you, but the guy was a coppersmith. Way back when folks did shit like that. Apparently, this note leads straight to the old guy's stash. I don't know what's in it, but I'd sure like to know if it's still there. I'm gonna go do a little recon on the hall. If you decide you want to get the team back together, you let me know.
No, I always got the sense Earl was interested in me. Figures he'd be the one to run off.
Ah, the music is so sad. Ring it again. Alright, Nick, lead the way.
I want to be left alone.
I didn't want Ellie to hear this. I think we should
Hey, pal.
I'm not supposed to talk to people I don't know.
report his disappearance. Bad news. He's more than just a mercenary.
Oh, wow.
He's a
You're tall.
professional.
Hi there.
Quick,
My friends say outsiders smell, but you don't smell at all.
no enemies. They're all dead. Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. More than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The MO is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off. Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open. It's one heck of a lock. Something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Don't think I can pick this.
Master.
No luck? Need to find the key. See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock.
Great. One lockpick level shy of being able to pick it. Alright. Well, now we get to go see the mayor's office, so I guess there's that. Sorry, Preston, you're too slow. Bye! Enough.
Why doesn't the mayor come out of his office, huh?
Oh,
Afraid of talking to the
hey,
press?
Piper.
I bet if I said I was with the Institute,
Great,
he'd come
you're
running.
You
here.
ever think maybe you could get a man's attention easier if you use softer words, honey? Maybe shout a little less?
Oh, that reminds me of this article I'm writing about the mayor's affair with a certain air-headed blonde. Oh, look who it is. What brings you to the mayor's office, huh?
Oh.
I'm trying to track down a man named Kellogg.
Interesting. That's the guy who bought the house in the abandoned West Stands. Had that kid.
If you are done crowding the reception area, Miss Piper, the mayor needs to make time for more responsible citizens.
I was just leaving anyway.
Sure you were.
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we gotta
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press. Did you need help?
Oh.
Who do I talk to if I need to find a key to a house that's been locked up?
If you're talking about a property that the city has seized, we only have one on the books. Mr. Kellogg's old house. You'd have to ask the mayor directly if you want the keys.
I can feel the gears of bureaucracy grinding me up already.
Like grist in the mill, honey. Good luck.
Alright.
No funny business around the mayor.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Our new arrival. I wish I was in your shoes, getting to see our glorious city for the first time. How can I help you?
Nick Valentine wanted me to see you.
Did he now? Some investigation, I assume? You two aren't trying to get me into hot water now, are you?
No. You sound really
The man
fake,
named
though.
Kellogg used to live in this city. I need to search his house.
I see. Well, whatever reasons you have, I take my citizens' privacy very seriously. Even after they've left. I can't allow you to invade someone else's home. That's all there is to it.
So that's it? You're not going to help?
Security is part of what keeps Diamond City above the petty squabbles and misfortunes of the Commonwealth. I can't betray that for anything.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my baby. I need to find him.
I see. I'm sorry, but however horrible the crimes this Mr. Kellogg may have committed, your word alone isn't hard evidence.
Let's try to bribe him.
I understand. You have rules. Maybe for the right amount, you can bend them a bit?
What? How dare you? I'm the mayor, for God's sake, not some thug for hire.
How dare you?
Fine. Thanks for nothing.
I know it's disappointing, but I have to think of all the people of Diamond City, not just the needs of one person.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna pick your packet. Your pocket picked.
Excuse me, General.
Huh?
Do you have a minute?
Oh, you want to talk to me right now?
Anytime, Preston.
Sure.
I know I put you in an almost impossible position when I asked you to lead the Minutemen. I didn't have any right to ask you to take that on. I guess I was kind of desperate at that point. I still don't know why you said yes. If it was for me, or for the Commonwealth, or for some other reason. It doesn't really matter. I just want you to know that I appreciate what you've done. We've got a long road ahead of us, for sure. But I don't doubt that you're the leader the Minutemen needed.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. It's good to hear. Especially from you.
We make a good team, General. No doubt about that. I've taken up enough of your time. We'd better get back to it.
Radiation storm!
Back about this key business, I assume.
Radiation! I'm inside. I shouldn't be getting any rads. Nope, I'm just gonna loot your home. I'm gonna get back at you by looting your home. Because I'm a compulsive looter. And you got some weird fancy stuff in here. But you don't have anything particularly fantastic to loot. Man, why am I getting rads? I am inside a building. I should be good. I mean, they're not much rads, but I shouldn't be getting any at all. Oh, hey. Hey, let me talk to you.
Geneva.
I'm sorry, but you're not getting that key from me. Why do you want it so badly anyway?
Because my baby?
Please. All I want to do is find my baby. The man who owned that house kidnapped him.
I've heard the sob stories before, so save them.
Well, aren't you caring?
Maybe we can reach an agreement. I just happen to have a pile of caps here.
A gift? For me? Oh, how generous. Oh, there I go again, leaving a key out on my desk and forgetting to put it back.
Thanks, Geneva. You're the best. Yoink. Got the key, Mare. Got it. Close this door. And I'm gonna loot your stuff. Loot it. Hack your computer. Everything. Let's see what we can find out about you, huh? Let's see what you got hidden on your computer. What you got, Mare? What you got? Oh, there's one. Where else? Where else? What do you got? There's one. Well, that just reset my attempts. There's another. Okay. Clips had one. Clips. Clips. Okay, how about mirrors? Mirrors has two. Mirrors.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Appointment. City council meeting. Suspended. Piper. She's not allowed in. Okay, couriers. Send any couriers from Mr. Ayo into my office as soon as they arrive. Also, our usual need for discretion in city affairs goes double for this matter. Notes on city business. Water purifier. Security office. Crime. The city is manageable. Concerned about who is sent that protecting our city. Power noodle stand. Takahashi is a Diamond City cultural institution. The mayor's office will not be responding to any notion that he is in need of repairs. Oh, that's the wall. Stood united. Blah, blah, blah. I am not a synth. I am a safe flesh and blood boy who grew on these streets. He was born in a shack just down the waterfront to Martha and Patrick McDonough. House foreclosure. I'm informed of the man living in the most The abandoned West Stands is left Diamond City and will not be returning. Please go through the usual foreclosure procedures. Save control. Wait, no.
I just want to do that.
We want to hack it because experience. Even though Preston's probably not gonna like this. I don't care, Preston.
Got it.
Need that experience. And there's another way to get Kellogg's house key. So if you can't manage to convince any of them, or you don't want to bribe, like I probably didn't have to bribe her, but I mean, whatever. Ah, you hated that, Preston. You hated that. Oh, come on, Preston. Come on. Don't be a bone here. That guy's a jerk. And you know, in this game, survival. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wrap this episode up right here. So next time, we'll get to go inside Kellogg's house and see if we can find any clues about where our kid went. So if you're enjoying, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. See ya!